Hey guys, Dawn Marie here. Today's video is a beginner's video that shows you how to format and publish your ebook using Google Docs. Now this video is really for beginners, so I won't be showing any advanced tactics like using add-ons or scripts or anything like that within Google Docs. And it's also for people who want to take their knowledge and put it into an ebook so they can publish and sell it one day. So that's the type of videos that I create, how to sell digital products, particularly info products. So if that interests you, and I hope you do stick around, then please do subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you can stay in the loop of when I publish a new video. Okay, so before I get started, here are the things that I want to cover in this video. I'm going to show you how to set up your pages, how to insert a cover page, how to create a table of contents, how to insert page numbers, how to use section breaks, how to insert footers and footnotes for citations, how to add a reference or resources page, how to check your word count, and finally exporting your ebook so you can publish it and make it available for sale. Okay, so I have my document here, which has all the text that I want in my ebook, but you will see that it is not formatted at all. So there's no styling, no format, it's just words on a document. So now I want to show you how I'm going to format this so that it has some structure, it offers clarity and ease of navigation for the reader, and also looks clean and professional and ready for the public. Now I'm going to show you how to format your ebook from start to finish. So that includes your ebook cover, even though I don't have it here right now. So we want to make sure that our pages are set up properly to accommodate that. So before we get started, I am going to go to View, and then I'm going to click on Show Non-Printing Characters. And what this is going to do, it's going to show you where your tabs and enters are. So if I were to put my cursor there, if I tap down, it's going to bring up a back to front P. So that's just going to show you everywhere where you have tabbed, where you have entered something, or press the enter key. So all the formats you make to this document, it will show you where it is so you can do things correctly. Now, of course, you do not need to have it on when you are typing your ebook because I appreciate that that might be disturbing for some people. But you may want to turn it on when you are ready to format the book so you can see just where things are and you can do things correctly. So if you look here, all throughout the document, you can just see where I have put some enters. There are no tabs, but just basically enter to go to the next line. Okay, now it's important that when formatting your ebook, you have an idea of what you want to achieve. So this is pretty much how I want my ebook to look. This is just the layout of it. I first want a cover page, then a title page, my table of contents. I'm going to have a copyright page and introduction page after. Then I want a blank page here. And I'm going to start writing my main content after this blank page. Then I'm going to have a references page. Another thing that I want to do is I want to include a footer on my ebook pages, but the footer should only start on the page with my main content. So if you come back here, I only want the footer to start on this page. So I also wanted to include page numbering. So the page number will start from number 7, right? So this is page 7 here. We'll start from number 7. So pages 1 to 6 will not have any numbering, but pages 7 will start with a number, and that is number 7. Now, the reason why I want to have this idea in my head is because it's going to set me up for the things that I need to do in order to put this in place. So let me show you how to do this. Now, first, I'm going to move my main content. So if we scroll down, my main content is here. How do online coaches get clients? And I want to move this main content to my 7th page by inserting page breaks. Now, page breaks move any information after where you want the page to break to be applied, and it moves that content to the next page. So my main content is going to start just here. How do online coaches get clients? And I'm going to put my cursor right there Then I'm going to go to Insert, then Break, and I'm just going to enter Page Break. And you will see that my content has moved to the next page. Now I'm going to continue adding page breaks for the rest of pages. So like for the blank page, I want a page break here as well. So I go again, Insert, Break, Page Break. And what you will notice is that the information continues to move down, maintaining the page structure. So you can see that how do online coaches, it continues to go over to another page, even though this page here is blank. So let's also apply a page break to the introduction, copyright, and table of content pages. So here is my introduction. Again, put the cursor in front, insert, break, page break. The same for copyright. I also want a table of contents page, so I'm just going to include these pages now. And also before table of content, I want a title page. So I'm also going to add page breaks here. So table of content, title page, okay, and then my front cover. Right, so everything now is on its own page, front cover, title page, table of content, copyright, introduction, blank page. This is my main content, and then also I have the references page at the bottom. So I'm also going to add a page break here as well. Right, so the next thing that I want to do is add my page numbering. Now, because the first 7 pages, so it starts from, my main content starts on page 8, which is here. Right, so my first 7 pages are not going to have any numbers, and the numbering is going to start on page 8. So what I want to do is I want to add a section break to apply a completely different formatting to our pages, especially where we want our page numbers to start. So I want from page 8 to have a completely different formatting when compared to page 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, so they have to be different sections, and that's why I need to apply a section break. Now, if I were to simply just, without adding the section break, if I were to simply just go to insert and then page numbers, let's say I go to more options. I want my numbering to start in the footer section. I do not want it to show on first page, but start at 1, and I click apply. What you will see here is that the numbers are also on the blank pages, on the introduction page, and so on and so forth, which is what I do not want, right? So I want this numbering to start on page 7, to start on page 8, and then move forward to 8, 9, 10. But any pages before page 8 will not have any numberings on it. So I hope that I'm making sense to you there. So to do that, I'm just going to tab back to remove that formatting. And to do that, what I'm going to do is I have to apply the section to the page before where I want my numbering to start. So I'm going to create 2 sections of this document. So the first section is going to be this page and everything before it. And then the second section is going to be this page and everything after it. So I'm going to go to the page where I want the page before where I want the page numbers to start. I'm going to move this page break here. So I'm just going to click backspace on my keyboard. You can see that the text does come up because there's no longer a page break. Instead, I'm now going to insert, then break, and click section break next page. That's once again going to move that text down. I'm just going to click delete on my keyboard so that it brings the headline of this main content up. And I'm going to go back to the previous page. And now you can see that everything after this section break is one section, and everything before the section break is another section. Now I can go where I want my numbering, my page numbering to start, which is on this page, which is page 8. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Insert, Headers and Footers. So not page numbers, but headers and footers. Then click on Footer. So you can see here that it says Footer Section 2. If I were to scroll up, you will see Footer Section 1. So that means that way I know that my document is now divided into sections. So everything after this Footer Section 2, Section 2, Section 2. So the document is split into 2 sections now. So I'm going to untick Link to Previous, because what this does is it formats the formatting of section 2 is going to be linked to section 1, which is what I don't want. So I'm going to untick Link to Previous. Then I'm going to go to Options, Page Numbers, and I'm going to apply the page numbering to section 2, right? So if you click on this downward arrow, you click this section, section 2. I'm going to leave it in the footer. I will also leave Show on First Page, because the first page is not the cover page, but the first page of section 2. So I want the numbering to show on the first page, and then I also want it to click Start At, but instead of putting 1, I'm going to enter 8. So it's going to start at page 8. The numbering is going to start at page 8. And then I click Apply. So what you will see here now is that the first section, which is here, has no numbers in the footer section, right? So there aren't any numbers here. But if we go to section 2, section 2 starts from the main content, which is here, how do online coaches get their clients. You will see that my numbers start and go all the way through the document, right up until page 14. So I hope that all makes sense, but if not, make sure to rewind the video and listen again. Now, I don't want my page numbers on the left like how it is here. I want it on the right, which is just a personal preference. So I'm simply going to highlight the number, and then I'm going to align here to the right. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is add my cover page, where I want to make sure that my margins are only on this page are set to 0. So I want to add an image on this page here, and I want the image to be spread right across the page from end to end, and that there are no margins. But I only want the margin to be applied on this page only. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this page break here. So I'm going to put my cursor in front and just click backspace. Of course, the title page is going to come up here, but instead I'm going to click on Insert, then Break, then Section Break, Next Page. Right, so I'm just going to click Delete so the title comes to the top. But what you will notice is that I now have 3 sections on this page. So this page is one section. Anything after this section break is section 2. And then remember, we also inserted another section break on the main content page, or the blank page here, which will be section 3. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to apply, because I have this section break here, I will be applying the formatting only to this page. And I want to change the margin of this page to 0. So I'm going to go to File, then Page Setup, and you can see that I can apply it to section 1. If you don't see apply to section 1, but maybe you might see apply to section 2, just make sure that your cursor is on the page where you want to change the page setup, right? So the cursor is blinking there, page setup, apply it to section 1, and I'm just going to change these margins all to 0. So you will see that I have no margins on my front page, my front cover page, but if I scroll down to the title page, I do have margins here. Okay, so my pages are set up just the way I want it. Now, let's format the text. I'm going to style my text headings so that I can add structure to make it easy to navigate. I want all my chapter headings to be heading 1, and my subheadings are going to be heading 2, and so on. So I'm going to start from the top. The title page wouldn't have, I'm going to add maybe from copyright. Right? So that's going to be a heading 1. And I'm also going to bold the text just by pressing Control B, or you can press this B up here. Also notice in the left column here that you will start seeing the outline of the document as well when you start adding your headers. So I'm going to format the other headings now. My subheadings are going to be in heading 2. I mean, bold and then underline. So for underline, I just press Control U, or you can just press this U button under here. Now, one thing is, if you don't like the formatting of the default formatting of your subheadings or your headings, you can easily change the style of it. So for example, I do not like the size of the heading 2 font. So right now it's at font size 16. I want to reduce this to font size 12. So I can easily just change the font size. You can also change the font if you want. And then if I go to heading 2 and update heading 2 to match, you will notice that all the other heading 2s are changed to the same size. Okay, the next thing that I want to do is I want to add some bullet points to my text. So again, this is going to break it down and give it structure. So to do that, for example, here, this is actually a subheading. So here will be a bullet point. So I highlight it, then I am going to click on these 3 dots here. And then you can also style the bullet points as well. So you don't only need just the black dot, you can style it whichever way you want by clicking on the upside down triangle. But I'm just going to leave it here. You can also include numbers if you want to, but I don't want numbers. I'm just going to leave it with the dots. Okay, so my text is now formatted the way I want it. So you can see that I've added my bullet points. I have my heading 1s and heading 2s in place. Okay, great. Now, one of the things that you might have in your ebook is a reference section. I forgot to add a heading here. So, for example, you may have a source that you want to cite and you want to put all your citations on a page. An alternative is that you could include those citations in the footnotes of your ebook. So, I have these links here that I want to add in footnotes, and footnotes are simply little notes that you see on the bottom of a book or page. So it's really up to you how you want it to appear. So you can either have it as a reference page like I have it, especially if you have a lot of information to include in your reference. It might be better to have a reference page and simply refer the reader to the reference page in respect to the citation. Alternatively, if the note is short enough, you can simply put the note in the footnote. Now, I want to put a note to the reader that they should refer to my reference page. So here is how I will do that. Now, the first reference, which is this link here. So I'm just going to put number 1 here. I'm going to put number 1, 2, and 3. So this first link here is to be cited for 57% increase. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cursor after the word increase. Then I'm going to go to insert, then footnote. And you will see that Google pulls me down here where I can enter my citation. And I'm going to add refer to page 12, actually it's page 13 reference. You can also adjust the size of the font. So it's a size 10. I think I'm going to reduce this to size 8. So when you scroll back up, you will see that there is a small one here. And that one, when the reader sees it, it's just going to refer to the footnote here. And then they will see refer to page 13. So they will know to go down to page 13. Right, the next citation that I want to add is going to be, let's say I want to add it here by brand visibility. Again, I'm going to put my cursor after the word visibility, then insert footnote, and you will see that this time it is number 2. So the citations are all going to be in chronological order. Then I'm just going to put refer to page 13 reference. Reduce the size to size 8. And then my final citation, let's say I want to put it high retention rates. Again, I put my cursor there, insert footnote, and then this will be the citation 3. Okay, perfect. Now, if you want to check how many words your ebook has, maybe you want to be under a certain word limit, you can go to the tool section, then word count. And you can also, if you select this button, it will display the word count while typing. So if I press OK, you will see that there are 2,109 words. And let's say that I'm going to start typing here. You will see that the word count actually goes up whilst I am typing. Right, so that's how you see the word count. You can also highlight this paragraph here. So if you want to see how many words are in your paragraph in the selected frame, you can see that it shows 138 words. So I'm going to hide word count because I don't want that there. But that's how you will see how many words are in your document. Okay, so this book, the setup of this book is finished. Right? I have my citations, all my headings in place. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove my text guides. So like the front cover, I'm going to remove that. The table of content, I'm going to leave it like that. Copyright, introduction. I'm going to remove this word blank page. And I'm also going to add my title page. I want this title to be bold, so perhaps 60, maybe let's do 48. I want this to be centered. And then I'm also going to include my name as well as the author. So I want this to be smaller, maybe 12. And I may want to have this title to be centralized. So I'm just going to reduce the size of my document so I can see how it looks. And I'm also going to tab down so that it can be in the center of the document. Like so. And I'm also going to align this to the center. Okay, the next thing that I want to do is I want to add the image for my ebook. So I'm going to leave the zoom at 50 because I want to just have full visibility of how that image is going to appear. I'm going to put my cursor at the top, then insert. I'm just going to scroll up to image and upload from computer because I already have my ebook cover is already on my computer and I've just inserted that image here. Now, what you would find is that you're not able to move this image around. I'm moving my cursor. So I want to be able to just adjust this image slightly. So if I scroll down a little bit, you will see that there are these options below here. What I'm going to do is the image is selected. I'm just going to click any one of these behind text or in front of text. That will then bring up this additional option here, move with text. I'm going to click on the upside down triangle and click fix position on page. So that way now I have the option of moving the image the way that I want it. I just want it to be at the very top, and then I'm just going to extend it so that it is fully on the page. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to go back to 100%. Now, the final thing that I want to do before I export my ebook, this is just the way that I want it, is I want to add my table of contents, which is pretty easy to do, right? So I already have the headings, which have all been neatly lined up here for me, just by making sure that I add my headings 1 and 2. One thing that I'm noticing here, this define your niche. If I were to click on that, this actually should be a heading 1, not heading 2. Right, so you go through the document just to make sure that your headings and subheadings are in the right order. Yes, they are. So I'm going to go back to my table of contents page, and I'm leaving the word table of contents there. Then I'm going to just tap down where I want the table of contents to start. I'm going to go in on insert, scroll down, and I will see table of contents here. Now, because this book is an ebook and my readers can jump to pages on their devices, you can make the table of contents either plain text and it just has the page numbers at the side. You can make it plain text and it will have little dots in between the text and the number, or you can make the table of contents linked. I want my table of contents to be linked, so I'm going to click on links. Now, this is just a personal preference as well, so you don't have to do it. I mean, if you want, you can select in the box, bring up these 3 dots, go to more options, and then you have the other options for your table of contents. So you want to keep in mind that when you download your ebook in your chosen format, be careful to check whether these links will work. I will be downloading it in a PDF, and I know that the links do actually work. But if they don't work, you also have the option of a plain text format or ones with the dotted lines. So you do have those options there as well. I'm just going to go back to the linked version because that's my preference. Now, let's say that you decide that you want to update your headings, right? So I'm going to go down to the main section, and supposing here, I'm just going to undo this. This should actually be normal text. But supposing I wanted this section here to be a header 2. So I forgot to include it as a header 2. I'm now going to go back and include it as a header 2. What you will see here is that in the outline, it does include it as a header 2, but you do also want to go back to your table of contents as well, because you can see that it has not been updated in this table of contents. To update it here, just click inside the box, the table of contents box, where you see this refresh sign. It says update table of contents. Click on it and it will bring in your additional headers that you have just updated. So that is how you would update your table of contents. Just make sure that you come back to refresh it. So I'm just going to go back because I don't want that there. Now, the final thing left for me to do is just to give my ebook a once over, just to make sure that everything is as I want it to be. I have my introduction page, a blank page, then my main content with its citations and page numbers. Okay, this is perfect. And my references page. Now that we have finished formatting the document, you can finally remove these signs here. So those no longer need to be there. But even if you were to print the document, they will not appear on the document. Or even if you were to publish it, it will not appear on the document. But I'm going to remove it. So to remove it, just go to View and untick the Show Non-Printing Characters. So that will remove it. Right, so you no longer see it there. Now it looks nice and clean, right? Okay, so now I can download my ebook in the format that I need it in. So I'm going to go to File, Download, and then you can select whichever format you want. My format is going to be in a PDF because I'm sharing a PDF file with my readers. And then you can see that there are other options available to you depending on where or what format you want to download it in. So let's download it in PDF format. And this is what it looks like. So this is how my readers will receive the file. As you can see, the links are also hyperlinks. So if they wanted to go to how do online coaches get clients, it goes right to the actual text. So that's absolutely brilliant for ease of navigation. Okay, that's all for now, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please let me know by leaving a comment and liking this video so that more people can find it so that they can format their ebooks with ease. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.